Obviously, very pleased with our effort. That's all we want to do, is just come out and play hard every game, be aggressive, force tempo, and just make it a five quarter game. And our kids really come out and play tough. We got up and down the floor in transition. I was getting up 80 shots and shooting 45 threes. That's playing fast, and it's playing really tough in transition. I mean, forced 43 turnovers, which is a remarkable number, 26 steals. I mean, we can go on and on with this performance by our team in the fourth quarter when you should be wearing down, and it's at that kind of game with that pace. You shoot 58% from the field and 66% from three. So it's just a great game by our kids, and just great effort.
Gabby Cooper shot 18 threes, and she hit the first couple, but then she cooled off quite a bit. But you still let her keep shooting. What does that do for a player's confidence?
Well, hopefully it lets her know how much confidence I have in her and what I feel about her as a player. Because there were a couple ones that she passed up earlier in the second and third quarter, and I almost took her out because she's passing up shots, to be honest with you. But you know, she has to keep being aggressive and keep being tough and just understand that, get clean catches, get the ball up on the glass, and let's play our tempo.
Coach, there was at one point I saw that I think early in the first half, Brittany Sykes had an open three from the corner. She passed it up to Isabella for 3-2, but you seemed a little mad at Brittany for passing up the open look. I guess can you talk to that mindset in terms of Brittany taking more threes this year and just kind of being more comfortable with that?
Well, it's just about being open. Brittany's a good shooter, but she's never been a bad shooter. I thought that earlier in her career she was taking some bad threes. She was taking contested ones, but when she's wide open, she was making those as a freshman. So whenever she's wide open, she just knocked those down to make teams honor her and come out and guard her. And I thought that she passed a couple up in the corner that were open looks that she needs to really take advantage of and make those shots, just so she can, you know, force the defenders to really close out on her hard. Because once they do that, she turns the corner. She's explosive at the rim.
45 threes taken, 17 made, school record. There was a point in the halftime or third where you pretty much had all between your field goals were three-pointers. So obviously when you're making the threes, it's a wonderful thing, you run away, but when you're missing a lot of them, the game's close. Is that a sustainable pace, 45 threes, 17 made? I mean, is that what you're typically looking for every game?
Yeah, 17 45. I'll take that every game for sure. But I mean, it's just about taking what we have. I mean, if you're gonna, you know, they were in the matchup zone, and they do a very good job of sinking that weak side down. It was just hard to throw the ball inside, and they did a very good job of shrinking the floor, and they let us, you know, allowed us to get some open looks, and we took them. So we're gonna take the shot that you're gonna give us. Normally, man, if you pass up a good shot, you end up turning the ball over. So we just want to make sure that we take good shots. If it means shooting 45 threes, then we got to get them up and make sure that they're good ones.
How happy are you just with the overall confidence levels of the ladies coming in and just, you know, throwing up those shots and hitting that many? Just how happy are you with that confidence, just starting off strong like that at the Paradome, start the season, coming off of what you guys did last year?
Well, I'm extremely happy with our team. You know, we talk about being an orange collar team, a team that's going to play tough. We want our style meant to be a style meant that people recognize as a tough, aggressive style of play. You know, we call it orange collar. I mean, just playing the way that we play, and playing tough, playing aggressive, getting up and down the floor, being physical. And it's always about toughness. It's always about, you know, getting your pace and trying to just wear your opponent down in the fourth quarter. We outscored them 39-11 in 10 minutes. That's remarkable pace, and that's what we want to do every game. That's how we got to play. You know, it's one of those things where this is how we play. We conditioned for this, and I think that if you don't condition and play this way every day, it's kind of a tough style to prepare for.
There was a stretch there in the first half, obviously, with Bria out. You went with Brianna, and then sometimes Julia, but basically one center and four both guards or swing players. How did you feel about that combination, especially the younger players that were making their debut and got a lot of playing time, you know, in that sort of lineup?
Bad. I felt it's a scary feeling, because we talked about it last week, saying, you know, that with Bria out in this game and not having another center, and actually Julia just coming back, she had a head cold. Her first practice was yesterday, and we really didn't practice. So you're talking about playing with 1-5 player at that pace, and it was a thought that we thought that could happen at some point during the season, and it happens on our first game. But Desiree did a really good job playing the 5. We had Isabella at the 5 some. But if we can play fast and get up and down the court and get into our pressure, I don't think it really matters because our defense is going to always be in a scramble if we're pressing.
How was Bria?
Oh, Bria's good. She could have played today, to be honest, but she hadn't practiced the last couple of days, and we haven't gone on full speed, so I thought it would have been a little careless for us to throw her out there in this game today.
There's no denying it. This game was really an all-around effort, but still, what are you going to look to improve upon for next game?
Well, we gotta take care of the ball more. You know, we did have 24 turnovers ourselves, and we got to make sure that we take care of the ball and get a shot every time down the floor, and just making sure that we're having our blockout assignments in our zone. We get 19 offensive rebounds, and that's a big number for us. So we got to take care of those two things. If we can get those under control, I'll be really, really happy with the rest of our season.
What made you press so effective tonight, and what did that do for you guys' momentum and confidence? And I know you guys celebrate the turnovers almost just as much as you celebrate the 3 ball.
Well, I mean, whenever you can play that way, that's all about your kid's effort. I mean, that has nothing to do with scheme, anything else, because when that ball goes in the basket, when you're required to go find your man, face guard him, and not let him get a touch, that really has very little to do with skill. It has more to do with your will. And we just keep playing that way. And like I said, we want to establish ourselves as that's what we do. And it's one of those things that you got to prepare for as an opponent. It's a really tough thing to prepare for. So hopefully we can continue to play well, and continue to be, and be aggressive and do things that we do. Rhode Island is a good basketball team. Daniel's a very good coach. They have very good guards. They just kind of just didn't get going today. And I mean, Michelle does a really good job with them. So as to play this way against a quality team, I feel good about it. Thank you.
Certainly have a lot of confidence out there in your debut. I know you made your first 3, first points of the season for the team. Kind of up and down after that as far as shooting. Coach just kind of give you confidence, like whether it goes in or not, just keep firing away.
Yes, I'm expected to shoot a lot. Like if I'm open, I have to shoot the ball, and he just kept telling me to keep shooting, even if I was missing. So while I was missing, he kept me up and kept my confidence going, and my teammates kept encouraging me.
17 3-pointers is a program record. How do you feel? Is that sustainable? I mean, is that what you guys figure to do? A lot of times you're just sort of overwhelm teams that way.
I feel like we are more than capable of reaching that number again. As a team, we all can shoot the ball very well, so I feel like that number will be succeeded again this season.
This is a question, I guess, whoever wants to answer it. Sorry, Anthony. But in terms of, you guys do any of you guys have a favorite celebration for when you make a 3? I think Brittany, I saw you do a little bit of the hotline bling. One of them, I think. Alexis, I think I saw you just kind of jumping and clapping. Do you guys have like a favorite celebration for when you make them?
I think it just, honestly, you have to ask Jade. Jade has all the celebration, But, I mean, it's just whatever comes to mind, We can do the hotline bling, we can do the bow and arrow, slingshot, whatever you want to call it. It's just whatever we're feeling at that moment. But, yeah.
Alexis, 43 turnovers forced was also a program record. And I know that's old hat for you guys. That's what you do. But does there come a point where you just feel like, man, nobody's going to get anything against us today?
Definitely. I mean, I think we were all feeding off each other's energy. And, at halftime, Coach talked about how many turnovers we had forced. So we just wanted to come out in the second half and really build on that and, keep forcing them into turnovers, keep speeding them up, making them uncomfortable. And, 43 turnovers, that's a great number for us. And that's something that we strive for.
And I'd like your thoughts, too, please, on the number of threes today, just overall as a team.
Well, I mean, as you guys know, Coach Q has a lot of confidence in us and shooting the ball. And he tells us to shoot the ball when we're open, and that's what we're going to do. That's how we play. We're going to play fast. We're going to get out in transition, and we're going to shoot threes, and we're going to go rebound and get put back. So that's just something that is Syracuse style of basketball, and that's just something that we're going to continue to do moving forward.
Hey, Gabby, this was your first regular season game in the Dome. Just coming into it, were you at all nervous?
A little bit. I feel like, but once the tip-off started, I just felt like it was just normal because this is basketball, just playing all my life. So at first, when I first entered the arena, it was like, whoa. But then it was like, all right, I'm fine.
How much did that making that first shot help calm your nerves?
It did a lot. It really did help. I was like, okay, well, I can do this, obviously. So, yeah.
Alexis, you guys play fast and you're wearing teams down. How do you guys keep up your energy while you're playing so fast?
Well, we have a great bench, and they keep us encouraged, and it's also something that just translates from practice. Like there's times in practice where we may be extremely tired, we may be running a lot, it may be a long practice, but we have to find a way to have energy, or we'll run. So it's just something that we're used to doing. So when it comes to the game, it's like second nature. We know that we can overpower a team with our energy, our effort, our willingness to keep competing when we're tired.
Brittany, there's some times in the first half with Bria hurt that you had one center, Brianna, Julia, and 4 guards. Although many of you guards are more like swing players. Coach said that was not the ideal situation, and obviously doesn't want to kind of go to that too often. And I think in points in the paints and rebounds, the game was pretty close. Do you feel like in those situations, I don't know if we want to call it small ball, do you feel when it's like 1 and 4 like that, you guys are disadvantaged, do you feel like you can win just as much, if that's the case?
No, I think it's a positive in either way if we had the bigs on the floor. And I mean, since you bring it up that there's, it's small ball, I'd rather call it fast ball because now we can get up, we can pressure more. We have 4 guards on the floor, so instead of a big running up to get a steal, now we have a guard. Now we can have 4 on the wing to shoot threes instead of 2 bigs and three guards. So it's an advantage either way. And honestly, Coach tells us to be prepared for any position. So you might see me at the 5, you might see Lex at the 5. It doesn't matter because anything can happen. So it's just one of those things where we're just ready to play fast ball or just cute basketball. Period.
Alexis, you guys, Rhode Island's coach said you got a lot of threes up in transition. When you guys are running the fast break, are you looking for trailers on the wing, or are you just looking to get to the basket? What's the mindset when you're running the fast break?
Just that. That's something we've practiced. Coach Reed does a great job of, drilling that in our head. He always talks about we score the most points in the first 7-8 seconds, and we actually do drills in practice where we're getting out in transition and we're spotting up for threes, and we're taught to look ahead, skip one more, and it's almost, like I said, second nature. And that's something that we look, because we know it's hard. Transition defense is hard for teams when, you have someone that's going to constantly push, and that's what we talk about, constantly pushing the ball, whether it's me, Britt, Gabby, any guard that gets it, we're running and we're spotting up. Our 4s are spotting up, and then, when you have an athletic post like Brianna Day running to the rim, you have to honor that, and that just opens up the three-point line.
Alexis, you knocked down 5 of 6 from 3. What's your secret to your success beyond the line?
Just shooting the ball with confidence and just being ready. My teammates did a great job of finding me, and I just wanted to, shoot the ball with confidence, step in, and be ready.
Last one, guys, for Alexis or Brittany. I know you guys mixed up the D quite a bit. Sneaking behind people or full court, whatever it was. Can you talk to how the different looks sort of led to so many turnovers?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because we can't really let out our secret here, but I will say that it's just really hard to prepare for any type of game against us. The type of presses and zone that the type of presses that we practice at the Mellow and just anywhere, it's really hard to prepare for. Honestly, I don't know how teams want to play a team that presses for 40 minutes. And like you said, we have so many different looks where we're coming and trapping from behind, or we coming and trapping from the front. It's like you're constantly paranoid to when a trap is going to come, and that's to our advantage because we've been working off season to get those type of rotations and to have the legs to press for 40 minutes. And we're still working at it. It's only the first game. There's more teams down the road, and we're going to have to perfect some things. So we just got to look forward to doing that and just doing what we do.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.